channel if they had a digital client that was worth playing. But sadly, they do not. Go first. Sounds okay. We don't necessarily know which Rutherford Banks deck they're playing. Likely Diamond Sapphire, could be Diamond Wild. Metro had that successful run with the Diamond Wild list. We'd prefer to play against the Diamond Wild deck. The Diamond Sapphire matchup is winnable but hard. Especially game 1. The way I have my gems configured is not ideal for the Diamond Sapphire matchup. And it's Diamond Sapphire. Okay. Well, in for a grind. I can't imagine laddering with this Diamond Sapphire deck. It's so grindy. At least, like, that's one of the reasons I really like this Kagulichu deck, is it's got, like, mid-rangey with some controlling elements, but it also has, like, really strong, just, like, aggressive run-you overdraws, so you don't have to, like, crawl and claw and battle tooth and nail for every match win. Some people are into that sort of thing, though. Each their own. Looks like Phoenix Card Messenger means the list from the list, the top 8 of the CCS. I want to attack this in. I wouldn't mind drawing a card. Actually, I guess I do because of Silver Talon Adjudicator. Underworld Crusader's like normally a powerhouse against control decks, but against the Diamond Sapphire control deck, it's not particularly good because they have Bring Justice and Transmogrifate as their removal spells of choice. It does play offense and defense nicely against their crappy little flyers, though, which is nice. Their sweeper in their deck is Clash of Steel, so it's something you want to be conscious of to play around when possible. I'm going to go ahead and play this out for Wild here, and then go ahead and Karn this down. I'll let them draw a card, but then if they don't have a Transmogrifate or a Repel or something, if it's Underworld Crusader, they will have to take 4. A Skirvik. Get that guy out of there. I'm not going to activate my champion power. Am I going to activate my champion power, actually? Let's attack with this first. If they have a Repel, they might Repel this Crusader. I have 2 unused resources here, so, like, if I hit a Cottontail Explorer or something like that, I wouldn't mind getting it back. I wouldn't mind getting it back so we can play it out this turn. They have 7 cards in hand, so I guess... Alright, yeah, sweet. There's a Repel, so... Brick. Let's activate this. Get a 2-drop or our Crusader back. Got our Crusader back. That was a good hit. There's a bunch of bad cards in there and a Crusader, and we got the Crusader. I suppose getting that back means if they have Silver Talon Adjudicator here, they get to draw cards, which is something I wanted to avoid. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so I guess I should have waited on this, technically. It's one of those little things that you can try and avoid. You were 1 card too late, Howling Brave. We would have had this last turn. We would have been able to stop them from drawing those cards. We'd have been down 1 card in our hand. I guess we're playing out this and this. Attack with the Carnasaurus first here, see what he does. Just gonna go ahead and play this out to hopefully help avoid Adjudicators drawing more cards later down the line here. You know, I probably should have played this to make a... I already have on my threshold, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, triple blood, double wild is all I need, so... I guess that actually doesn't matter. If he has a Dark Cardinal Zan here, we will sack the Naive Lackey on our turn and then Herofall it. If he has a Clash of Steel here, he should probably just play it. Sort of 1, 2, 3 of my idiots. Yep, there's the Clash of Steel, so we each keep 1 card, and then we sacrifice the rest of our permanents. Or not sacrifice, we void them. So they keep their 1 card, we'll keep our Crusader, obviously. I have a Transmogrifade for our Crusader and turn it into a 0/5 defensive troop. I'm going to Herofall this. It just gets rid of the rest of them out of their deck and then gives us an opening to Uruunaz at next turn, hopefully. I said usually when we win this matchup game 1, we're stealing a game. I forget if the deck list from the Cosmic Crown Showdown had main deck counter magic or not. Alright. Had 4 counter magic in the main. Okay. Mad Robomancer, sure. Playing this Uruunaz out here also means my opponent won't have a Adjudicator in their crypt to bring back, which is nice. So we'll go ahead and put 8 flying power into play, gain 5 life, draw 2 cards, because we have less life and less cards in our hand than our opponent. Well, like I said, this matchup's bad, and we've now drawn 9 shards and 20 cards, so we get a champion activation here. If we're a true professional, we'll hit this Herofall back to our hand. This has flight on attack. Yeah, on random action. Has a bring to justice for the Uruunaz, sure. I'm doing alright, do you, bunny? This is definitely a matchup where Gemborn Prowler is going to be good too. We got Mad Robomancer on top of Darkheart. So one of the matches where regemming comes in handy. Alrighty, play this out for now. We might want to use this to make a rabbit for this. Activate this, get this Herofall back. It's almost like a Herofall, right? Almost. Alright, play this, eat the 1/1. Attack for 4 here. Want to eat the 1/1 first there because they'd gladly trade their 1/1 for our Killblade. Yeah, I am notorious for saying usernames wrong. Yours is fairly easy. It's two words. Dia Bunny. Yep, got all the Mad Robomancers. We attack for 3 here in the air. Nope. Leaving them all back. Alright, sure. So since they have Mad Robomancer going, they're not terribly likely to want to Clash of Steel, I don't think. I guess they could like trade here and then clash next turn. Sure. We'll just keep this 3/2 and keep attacking. Generate an Arcane Shield, gives this troop Spell Shield permanently. Sure. If we run really hot from here, we could possibly race whatever he's got going on. never mind. So one of the big changes we make is we get to lose these Carnasaurs and this Naive Lackey. I think the Howling Brave stay. Let's see how this lines up here in a second. Let's go ahead and put speed and lethal in these rabbits. We want the steel intels. We want the Inquisitions. We want the Gemborn Prowler. Yeah, probably want those still in the deck then. I don't think there's anything else I want to trim here necessarily. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that setup. Yeah, go ahead and hit save. So this is the matchup that the Inquisitions are on the board for, so Steel Intel also reasonably powerful in this matchup. I could see there being merit to like changing the gems in this so I can't be chump blocked, but like Skyguard Steadfast is really good. Like occasionally they'll beat you down with their stupid flying troops, but maybe I'm just supposed to like put +1 and crush in there. Or possibly even since I'm taking unblockable out of the Rune, put unblockable in there. If I could play 8 troops with speed gems, then I'd just play 8 troops with speed gems. Unfortunately, I can't. This hand's a little bit slow and clunky. I think I'm going to keep it anyway. It's got a 2-drop. We have a lot of looks to draw a reasonable 3 here. We have a lot of reasonable 3s in our deck. Like that. So curving Sensei into Rune with speed and lethal is fantastic because in addition to giving itself lethal, it gives all Underworld troops +1/+1 in lethal. So this will attack as a 2/2 and this will attack with a 3/3 next turn. Unless of course he has a Transmogrifade, which I'm sure he's got here. Hashtag they always have all the things. A little unfortunate that our 4th shard was another wild there instead of a blood for this VK. Or we don't have it. Sweet. The Rune's nice. So the worst draw in our deck at this point are more wild shards. Crunch for 5. Probably see this jump for 3. Nope, just take 5. Okay. It's going to eat it next turn, I assume. Bring to Justice. Transmog, Repel, some such thing. Just 2 extra cards, alright. Well, this isn't dead now. It should be dead momentarily. Bring to Justice is no longer a way to kill this, though, which is nice. God bless. So this has to be Transmog, right? Okay, Bloodshard's nice. Do I want to play VK or do I want to play Rune or Hierophant? I'm going to play the Rune or Hierophant. If they don't have a way to interact with one of these, they're going to be in a world of pain because both of these are going to Anthem here. Alright, and if they have Repel here, they're still taking 7, so that sounds great. Yeah, he's dead, Jim. That seems great. Under pressure. This attack with both of these was really aggressive. Even if he's getting Adjudicator here, like, it's not fantastic for him. So Sapphire Shard here means they're holding up counter magic. True man, power and control. So there's a couple schools of thought here. I could just pound the champion power and like hope to get the Rune back and jam that. This is almost certainly representing counter magic. I'm gonna jam the VK though, because if they counter magic this, it gives me another good thing to have in my crypt that I wouldn't mind getting back with my champ power. Yeah, that's fine. They've used their life total fairly liberally as a resource. I think I'm gonna slam with both of these. If they want to trade these two for the Moon Sensei and take 3 here, I'm okay with that. Alright, now we're jumping, sure. So they go, let's say they go Shard Darkheart here. It's a little bit bad for us. We don't really have an answer to that. A lot of draws that are decent answers, but Darkheart's going to be a little annoying for a little while here. I suppose I could offer the Rune for Darkheart trade and then like play Yazukan as the follow-up. That doesn't seem terrible. That's probably what's going to happen. We'll sacrifice the Sensei here, obviously. We can't sacrifice this because it's only a non-socketed card that we sacrifice. Gemborn Prowler. Herofall, you say. Have a tumble, sir. Activate my champion power now. Get my other Rune back. 1, 2, 3. 3 good draws. A 4th okay draw. And we got one of the bricks. God bless. Jump here. Jumped last turn. You should jump this turn, right? Technically, Jam Uruunaz down his throat next turn. I don't know if I like that. I guess prophesizing on one of these Thunderfield series isn't the worst. I wouldn't mind drawing a Steel Intel so we can pick up this Arcane Focus. Just like draw 3 casually. He's 1 charge power away from being able to get back his thing. Okay. Underworld Crusader. Yeah, I'm just going to jam Yazukan here. It makes this into a 3-3, so it attacks as a 4-4 into this Matterobomancer. This means if he has Transmog, he's inclined to save it for the Yazukan, but it lets me pressure more with this, so... If he has Transmog plus another removal spell, we're going to Transmog this so we can attempt to eat it with this, and then use the second removal spell on the Yazukan. Totem Trap plus trade. Okay. Brought in Totem Trap against me. Was this? I wish I could tell if this was the generated one or not. Has to have a removal spell for this one. Oh. Oh, this is loose. Oh, this was bad. I should have just played the Underworld Crusader, because now he can just go Shard, Champ Power, put the Darkheart into play. Okay, that was bad. I wasn't thinking about the Champ Power on the Darkheart. It's unfortunate. Definitely a mistake on my part. Yep. This was awful. I should have played this Underworld Crusader. Oh. Oh, that's how that works, apparently. Sure. Alright. Sure, I'll take it. 10 out of 10, we'll take it. I mean, I guess I Champ Power. Okay, we got VK back. Do I want to just jam Uruunaz and, like, get this Thunderfield Seer? I think I do, actually. Because it makes each of these 2/2 larger. Unfortunately, I don't have... He doesn't have to double chump this turn. So these will be 6/6s and then they'll attack as 8/8s. So he has to block one of these. And Darkheart doesn't kill either of these, which is nice. He needs, like, Clash plus spot removal next turn, which isn't unrealistic for him to have. He hasn't played any Clash, and he hasn't played a ton of spot removal. We even have this Thunderfield Seer here to nicely throw away to this Darkheart next turn in case we don't get swept. And the Uruunaz is fairly lethal. Yep, eat that. They can go to 1. Alright, I got a lot of lethal things when they're at 1. certain we're getting clashed here. Which sucks, but it is what it is. If he doesn't have a shard, if he has a shard, he can clash into another Robomancer chump blocker. Yeah, there's the clash. Obviously keeping a Rune or Hierophant, because if I keep the Uruunaz, it'll just die to this. Okay. So his hand right now is randomly generated action, Robomancer X. Please don't attack, that means you have to chump with this. Could be a Mass Poly Dingler. I mean, oh, look at that. Alright. Inquisition that draws a card, thanks to the prophecy. I'm supposed to take the Mad Robomancer here, right? No, I just take the Psychic Ascension. There's no way. He has to chump with this, and that's lethal. Sweet. Alright, on the board. The fact that he has Flight on the Robomancer, I think that means I'm supposed to keep the Skyguard Steadfast on here. I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to stay boarded how we are. Over you. It's a little bit fortunate Yazukan hit kept us in that game. All right, let's get a little bit lucky here again. It's kind of a tough matchup. This hand is so good. If either of these were anything other than a well, this hand's fine. I shouldn't have to have this Killblade in my deck post-board in this matchup. It's less than ideal. Easily just snap off the Howling Brave on one here and just rabbit on two. Hopefully we draw a Blood Shard or a Well next turn so we don't have to use this. Because I would like to make a Battle Hopper with this since Battle Hoppers have power and toughness with this. Okay, now the question is, am I jamming this into a Repel? We do have a Fancy Glass. Subs and resubs put Sapphire Shards into the Cup now too, and cash donations also put little money things into the jar. I don't know that I want to play this Rune into a Repel. I also don't want to wait and have played into a Counter Magic next turn, so they're probably 4 out of 4 on Counter Magic and less than that on Repel, so jam. Scale of 1 to Transmogged. Martyr. Yeah, super okay with that. That also makes these better. I'm going to be greedy and play this out as a Battle Hopper, I think. Big Kitty Fan with the 7-month resub. Thank you for the continued support. I really do appreciate it, friend. Welcome back. Over half a year. I can't believe some of you put up with me for that long. I know Matt can't believe it. Velodrome with the second Twitch resubscription. Thank you and welcome back. Look at those little sapphire shards you're talking about. I'm filling up the cup and there they go. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Are we thinking about counter magicking this? Holy crap. Well, I'm glad I made the Battle Hopper first. Am I still intelling this counter magic? I actually can't play it because I don't have double blood. Yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn here. There's no way that's right. Adjudicator doesn't even draw them cards here, which is great for us. We've got 3 power on the table, so I don't have to do a whole lot here. Alright, getting a little bit punished for my decision to how I played my resource last turn. I'm just going to attack for 3 here, and I think I'm just going to pass the turn after that. Yeah. I'm not going to activate my champion power, because if I get something I can't play, I don't want them to be able to Adjudicator for cards. Next turn, I will champ power, most likely if we don't have something else to play, because if we hit a blood threshold off of this, we'll then be able to play it out. I don't want to have the chance to hit a shard and then not be able to play it. We also don't have a very good card in our crypt right now, so like not super excited about getting back a Killblade. Okay, there's the Dark Heart. I think I want to bin the Battle Hopper here. I think I'd rather keep this Monument to the Martyr and this Howling Brave. This feels a little bit bad, though, because I can get a Battle Hopper back. Inquisition that I can't play also feels bad. I'm going to steal Intel this Martyr and Martyr his Dark Heart. Means he can't champ power it back next turn. So getting punished, that Battle Hopper got in 1 point of damage, and it allowed me to keep this Howling Brave around, so maybe it was worth it. It is the difference between him getting to Adjudicator cards next turn and not, though, which feels a little bad. I almost certainly would have rather Herofall on that. Yeah, I get to Adjudicator for cards now. Hopefully we hit a blood this turn so we can Herofall this and then steal Intel it. Blood threshold. Yeah, sweet. Alright, I'm gonna Inquisition first here in case there's a Verdict of the Ancient Kings hiding over there. Another Adjudicator. Well, that's great. So they have Bring to Justice and Repel, so we're just going to completely dismantle them here. This takes the other Adjudicator out of their hand. Oh, I can't steal Intel now. That's awkward. I guess I can steal Intel the Dolane Pause site next turn. So they have Justice and Repel. Don't draw a shard this turn. Sweet. Hopefully we draw a shard so we can draw off our Adjudicator. Alright, sweet. So we do this. I could scrounge the steal Intel, but I want to steal Intel their Adjudicator is the issue. Is the problem. It's pretty marginal which of those 3 bad troops I keep in there. And they have Repel Bring to Justice right now, so they can't play either of their cards in response. So, will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? Okay, Gemborn Prowler is a good hit. It gives us insurance against a Dark Heart that could come off the top here. I know you will. I know you will. I know that you will. Alright, Bring to Justice is one of the cards they drew, so they still have a Bring to Justice, because this one wasn't, Which one, Big Kitty? The one I'm playing or the one my opponent's playing? Need another blood threshold here. If we hit another blood threshold here, I'm going to offer this trade because then we can Uruunaz this back. Okay, sweet. I'm going to offer this trade. Oh, mine? Yeah. Actually, both of these decks are fairly popular from the format. This is the deck that my team played in the CCS this past weekend. So, getting this Phoenix Guard Messenger back with the Uruunaz is nice because it lets me guaranteed cantrip this Uruunaz, basically. It also adds 2 more power to the table, but like this way, if this dies, I get to draw a card. They have a Martyr because I use Steel Intel on their Martyr to Martyr one of their Dark Hearts. So we know they have Bring to Justice and a Repel in their hand. We don't know any of their other cards. Their Silver Talon Adjudicators are all gone. There's 3 voided, and we took the other one. Alright, Clash of Steel. Happily keep my Uruunaz. Draw a card from this Phoenix Guard Messenger. There might even be merit, honestly, to keeping the Monument of the Martyr there, but I guess I want him to have to use another Bring to Justice. Yeah. So he has a Repel that I'm aware of. Probably just going like Cottontail Explorer into VK this turn. So we'll Cottontail first. Alright, I'll hit a Shard. Average card quality in here is... it's okay. Let's play Cottontail out. Probably should have done that first. Alright, Champ Power in case we had an Inquisition. Sensei Rabbit says... Take me on the floor. Da, 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 da. We know they have a Repel in hand, so I'm not just going to play the Vampire King out because that's almost certainly getting repelled. Hopefully they have a Dark Heart, so we can just like Gem Palm it. Perfect 2 resources left over. Almost certainly going the distance with these 3 rabbits. Kill me with your touch. Sorry, evening stream means you get to listen to me. You get to listen to me bad karaoke. Apologies if that hurts your soul. Alright, well, if they don't have an action they can play here, we get to void this, which is nice. Well, we get to void this regardless, but they don't have another action they can play here, then yep, it's just gone. So that copies itself when they play an action, so it's generally annoying. Hey, look, another rabbit to go the distance. Take me on the floor. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Then the question becomes, do I want to deploy this Gemborn Prowler out here, or do I feel like I have enough pressure that they need to Clash of Steel? I think I'm just going to pass the turn here. Yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn. If they've only played 1 Clash at this point, and they're through half their deck, so I feel like we're getting to a point where like they need to just Clash these rabbits that have cantripped. Evening Squishy. Excuse me. Oof. I don't play music during the day because I need to keep an ear out for the kids, but the kids are sleeping right now. Alright, there's a Dark Heart in Nulzan. Gonna bin one of these. I'd rather get that one back because it draws a card rather than drawing shards. Think we're just Paw of Yazukaning here. Yeah. Da 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 da. It'd be nice if they draw some extra shards here at some point. So they are almost certainly getting that back with their champion power next turn, which doesn't feel good, but it is what it is. Am I supposed to play this Gemborn Prowler out? Doesn't really do anything. I guess it like puts more pressure on the table. Yeah, I'm supposed to continue playing around Clash of Steel, I think. I really need to draw another removal spell. Yep. Welcome back, Darkheart. Two more turns till this is ready to go. That's really unfortunate. I guess they're going to lose their Monument to the Martyr this turn, which is okay for us, but I don't have a lot going on here. I'll play this VK out. Pretty sure they have a Repel in their hand that we know about. Be really happy if they play Counter Magic on this. Yeah, it means they're less likely to have Counter Magic for removal when we draw it. They have a second piece of Counter Magic past that. I'll feel a little bad, but getting a Steel Intel back wouldn't be bad because they have this Bring to Justice that draws a card here, so I wouldn't mind taking that and then using it on this and getting another card ahead. We got Champ activation next turn. I have a lot of pretty good hits in here. You can't hear my music. I can hear my music. Feldspar with the very generous 135 cheer. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. You not being able to hear my music is by design, because if you can hear my music, I can't monetize my streams. I think this deck I'm playing with is very good. It's also not particularly original. It's mostly just like an updated configuration of. Actually, I guess I should Inquisition here because they could. I was gonna wait until I had a removal spell, but I guess I should hip check a Psychic Ascension that they might not be able to play yet. Suffocate. Wow. So they're either playing a Suffocate or they got it randomly generated. They had the Psychic Ascension. That's really unfortunate for us. So Psychic Ascension changes their champion into this Paragon of Thoughts. So whenever they play an action, they get a random troop with the same cost as that action. So now we really need to find our last Steel Intel so we can Steel Intel their Psychic Ascension. So long, Sensei. So we need to answer this. We need to answer the Psychic Ascension at some point. So probably just gonna get buried at this from here on out. I'll just play these out and get Clash of Steel and die in a fire. Like I said, this matchup's not unwinnable, but it's tough. They also they've played 7 shards in 31 cards, and like we have a close game and they've played 7 shards in 21 cards, so I'm actually gonna bin this paw because if we get it back we can kill something. Alright, well, that answers one problem, I guess. So I'm actually not gonna attack with this Vampire King, and the reason I'm not attacking with the Vampire King is they still haven't played their Repel that we saw in their hand forever ago. I'm going to attack with this Gemborn Prowler, though. And this Cottontail Explorer. Nice, Chris. Yeah, I think this deck is one of the better decks in the format, for sure. Alright, well, there goes that Repel. The problem now with them drawing shards is that their shards are going to make random actions for this Paragon of Thought, so really wish they would have drawn shards earlier, but is what it is, I suppose. They're due, as you would say. This generates a random action for them, and then the action generate a random troop when they play it. So this is self-enabling. Psychic Extension's a very powerful card. Am I supposed to attack this in? Yeah, I think them having nothing is like the out here. Get repelled again here, probably. Yeah, good. And they hit a fucking living totem. That's a tilt. This is what makes the ladder so tough. Like, this was like this is 15, and they've played 22 minutes. This is like a 45-minute match that I've invested time into the ladder here, and just like, this is why decks like Angus and Grandfather Elk are so popular on the ladder, and have such high win rates, because there's just people jamming them over and over again on top of them being reasonably powerful. It's just like, if I was playing Angus, I probably could have played 3 matches in the time it took me to play 1 here, and like, I invested 45 minutes here, and the result's going to be me losing points. I did see the spoiler today. I don't know. Like, I would really like if they just, like, start giving us some playable spoilers. Like, there's some kind of big obnoxious thing that you can probably do with that, but, like, it's not a particularly playable card. And then we lose points here after spending 45 minutes doing that. Just super, super big feel beds. What are you waiting for? Waiting to queue, waiting to queue. Everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you're at in the world. Choosing to spend part of your day here with us, battling some Hex TCG. I'm going to try and slowly slink my way up the ladder. Hopefully we don't have all 45-minute matches that end up in losses tonight. That would be pretty miserable. 160 right now. Probably need to buckle down and not play bad decks for the rest of the season, because we're going to have a lot of time to play bad decks next season when the format rotates. There we go. There's a Shoku deck. God bless. This matchup's pretty reasonable. Sounds okay. It's a little bit slow against turn 1 Howling Brave, which I'm sure they'll always have, but it's decent. Turn 3 Rabbit. Hey, no Brave is beautiful. Another Rabbit, so we're just looking to not brick our third shard here would be great. Now I'm on the outside. Ooh, okay, so Blood Wild. I feel like on average this deck's just worse than ours. They do have some acceleration still, though. Okay, interesting. Shards. Just never see a third shard and die. Classic 24 shards on the draw with a cantrip. Yep, right on track to brick the third shard and die on turn 3. Consistency's overrated. What you got? Another acceleration, sure. This, attack me for 1, play the Rune near Hierophant. No, not even attacking for 1. Why would I block? Pretty sure you just missed the freest point of damage. Oh, God bless. Look at that. Look at that. That's a third shard. Alright, let's do it, fam. Oh, you know what? We're just going to get crocked here and want to crawl into a corner and die. That is what is about to happen. Wasn't even thinking about that. This isn't a 6/6 yet. If we don't get crocked here, we might be able to race even being on the draw since we have the second Rune here. Oh, I guess we could get Herofall in too out of the Blood Wild Choku deck. Hey, very nice. Okay. Could still get Herofall. Ooh. Losing this race. Happy to block. This isn't scary yet. Got that going for us. Alright, Shard. Rune, sack this, play this. The odds of this getting big enough to kill us next turn are pretty low. So we hit him for 7, and then we have lethal Runeers. Unless he's got removal. Both of these are immune to Croc. We could get Paw of Yazukan here, so we don't want to kill any of their troops if they attack, ideally, because Paw of Yazukan could kill one of our rabbits. Us not having removal is a little bit unfortunate. I'm assuming we're like both getting Extinction post-board, so it's something we're going to want to be conscious to play around. I wonder if they're on Crusaders. Like, this might be a fun of because of Crusader. It's also just, like, a reasonable card that's good with Shoku's activation. Just, like, this is, like, their version of Clobberdon, essentially. Figuring out the line to not die here. Hopefully it involves keeping the Rune or Hierophant back. If they can't attack with the Rune or Hierophant, we're going to be in a reasonable spot. Depends on how big they can make it too. I guess if they can, like, make this 5 bigger over the next 2 turns, we could just die to it attacking shortly. Another Runeer, okay. I'm thinking they must not have a shard here. Because they have a shard, they get to do this. Yeah, no attack. That's good for a shard would be great. That's awesome. Start on a hit for the champ power. Okay, Vampire King. Huh, that's actually not that good for us. What are the odds you can make this 4 bigger next turn? Probably pretty low. Am I playing VK out here? I'm sorry, am I playing Yazukan out here, or am I playing, like, double Crusader? Hey, Lord Panda. Yeah, this one's got new technology, too. It puts, like, subs in there, too. So if you can make 4 bigger, this just kills us. This life drains and makes our rabbits bigger. So I think, because this gets to bring something back for my crypt next turn, too. So I think the line is play this and pass. This is so awkward. Like, our rabbits are all, like, kind of unblockable, but not really. Please don't kill me, mister. Can do it better than. You can do it better than them. Alright, well, this should certainly be lethal this turn. We got back to one that draws a card, and a 1-drop here should mean lethal, because this is gonna. We can turn this into a 9-9, 10-10, and 11-11 now with these 2 Underworld Crusaders. Ben. Alright. Certainly want Rockcast, certainly want the Gemborn Prowler, probably want the Extinctions, Howling Braves, and Carnasaurus can come out, probably. Be leaving 1 Karn. I guess if they have removal, I don't mind bringing in the Steel Intel in this matchup. Maybe trim the Killblade since it can't block their rabbits. It's nice at blocking, like, their 4-3 guy, I guess. So their Crusader had speed on it by default, which makes my Vampire Kings marginally better, but they're still kind of slow and clunky. Subtle Striker's probably not a card I want in this matchup, actually. I think I'd rather have the Killblade. And then the question becomes, do I want these Steel Intels or do I want these Carnosaurs? I probably want the Carnosaurs still, because they are playing Might Singer, so like having a couple extra ways to kill Might Singer is more than reasonable. I think I'm leaving stock on everything else here. I'm going to try this. I wouldn't hate fitting the Steel Intels in here, but I don't think they're better than anything else I'm currently playing, especially on the draw. Like, they're a little bit slow on the draw. We don't have a good way to scrounge them early. You can do it better than them. That sounds fine. Wants to draw a shard at some point, but it's fine other than that. Hey, nice. The only thing that's awkward about Karn in this matchup is that because they're playing Shoku and their Runeers have the sack gem on them, like our Karn is never killing a Runeer Hierophant, which doesn't feel great. So like we're like bringing in Karn exclusively to kill Might Singers and like tag Howling Braves possibly. The thing that's really nice about the deck that my opponent's playing is that they can play turn 2 Runeer Hierophant and sack a Dreadling to it, so just like have a giant Runeer right away is probably pretty good. Might Singer me, baby. There you go. This means I can't Herofall on 3, but that's fine. Do that. Karn this idiot. We get Extinction on 4, so that's not bad. We can play this Naive Lackey on 3. Coming out, coming out. We don't really care too much about Howling Brave post board in this matchup. Load up, Panda! Fill the tip jar! Jeez, do any of them go in this one? Some of them got in there. The little ones are not accurate. All the bigger ones went right in. That's kind of sad. One of them got in there. This new tip jar, it throws in things for regular donations too, which is sweet. And when people subscribe, they get a thing in there. Thing gets thrown in there too. All right, so normally I'd snap off Herofalling their Crusader, but the fact that we have Gemborn Prowlers in our deck right now means I'm kind of inclined to just, like, wait until I can Gemborn Prowler, especially when I can just, like, put this massive Runeer Hierophant in front of it. I'm going to go ahead and make a blood here. I'm going to wait on activating my Champ Power, because there's, like, non-zero chance that this just gets killed this turn. I wonder if the bigger fat... I've got a bunch of different glass selections on this tip jar. So I wonder if the fatter, wider, like, bowl-like cups are more likely to catch them or not. Gruesome Deed. All right, sure. Maybe I'll change it to a fat, low glass. What if this one? I wonder if this one's physically shows. I think I should be able to save here. Oh, it resets it. That one's got kind of a wider mouth. Oh no, it puts it back in. Kind of. They all made it in that time. Maybe we'll try this one. And their turns. We took 4 from that. Almost certainly going to Champ Power here. Got a Shard. Play a Crusader of my own. I'm going to play this Lily Pad out here as an 0-1, because if they kill my Crusader, I'm going to go down to 14 life, and I'd like to chump block their attack for 4 then. It's possible by not Hero Falling this, I'm getting a little greedy here. I'm going to trade these. Am I going to trade these? No, I'm going to chump block. This gives us one more draw at a Gemborn Prowler, and I think I'd rather Hero Fall this than trade, because Hero Falling this means it gets the rest of the Crusaders out of his deck. Okay, so has a Shinhair in his hand. Probably, has to be a Paw of Yazukan, right? Has to be. So they get to draw 2 cards there, but we take all their other Crusaders out of their deck, which is one of their most quality draws. I probably should have Karned first here. I opened myself to a Croc here, but I guess if they Croc, like, I've got more than enough follow-up, and these are going to eat the Croc and draw 2 cards. That's probably fine. Can we assume the OP? I don't know. I was actually just about to say, are we like just not playing around Croc? But that seems kind of loose. Could be Yazukan. Okay, yep, that's reasonable. Snap blocking here. Time watching telly, drinking wine. I'm gonna hold on this Paw of Yazukan for a second here. I'm happy to take this trade here. Wouldn't be surprised to see him chump here though. Let's just stay. I wanna lie in bed all day. All the way. Hey, hey, hey. I'm not sure if you could cheer from your phone or not. You do also have to have cheering bits or whatever they're called. All right, so there's a second blood for them. Another wild. Okay, so they must not have any double blood cards. Snap off this block. I guess your squad worked on this deck, right, Fairness? Alright, Eat his 0-1 here, let him draw a card. Gain some life. We're not doing live Magic streams with any consistency, so I'm not putting them on the schedule to disappoint people. There's the Oberyn's Eulogy, so glad I held this Paw of Yazukan here. These things are huge. I might be burning a Herofall just to kill one of these, honestly. Just like use one of these Herofalls as a gain 10 seems like an okay use of it. I probably should have kept this back, honestly. You guys were mono wild. Someone... Oh, what am I cutting here? Probably don't really want to redraw this card. So glad I held on to this. Although I guess if I would have played this out aggressively, I would have killed the Dread Harvest. So it would have been similar here to what ended up happening. I'm going to go ahead and just attack with this Karn. Although if I attack... No, never mind. I'm going to attack with both of these because then this is lethal next turn. We're still going to do paper Magic streams again at some point when I, like, feel inspired and have time. Like, I don't think people realize exactly how much work it is to do the paper Magic streams. Like, when we put up one of those paper Magic streams, there's probably an hour and a half to 2 hours of prep work beforehand to get that paper Magic stream together to a point where what you're seeing in front of you, like, it's a ton of work compared to just, like, walking down here to my computer and flipping the stream on. Like, that's why there's so many low-quality, like, MTGO streams, because just, like, firing up MTGO to stream is not difficult. Wow! Only one Paw of Yazukan. I'm not going to claim to be an expert, but that's got to be wrong. I didn't kill one of these earlier, right? Nope, yep, just actually only one Paw of Yazukan. Each their own, I suppose. And, like, this is a position I feel like we often get in against this deck. Like, our opponent's deck is playing more resources than our deck does, and, like, we've drawn more resources than they have, and we're still just, like, have board presence and, like, have answers left over in our hand, and, like, halfway to a champ power here. Like, I just feel like we have so much going on for us a lot of the time. Sided out for Eulogy. Why wouldn't you just have both in this matchup, Varanus? Like, Eulogy and Paw are both cards you want access to in a grindy matchup. I'm not going to play out this Yazukan because I am. They never got second blood. I'm not playing around Extinction. If they have Croc, they have Croc. Croc doesn't even save them because then I still have 1 point left over here. See, I get that they're not a direct combo with each other, but I also think you're just like putting enough things in your crypt and they're both like objectively powerful enough cards. Like you don't need Eulogy to be making 10/10 Dreadlings for it to be good in this matchup. If your Eulogy's only making like 5/5 and 6/6 Dreadlings, I think it's fine. So you'd like to just like raise your overall card quality. Like I think I'd probably cut like mana creatures in this matchup, the accelerants like Howling Brave and stuff like that, just so you have less air in your deck. I mean, it's not really a surprise. Like, WotC didn't open a digital studio. Like, that article, like, there was an article someone posted about WotC opening a digital studio. No, it's just, like, rehashing meeting minutes that, like, their president put out a few days prior. It's up to 150 now. Dust. Dust. Probably gonna see lots of different Magic things. That would be good. They've got a lot of their. It's a lot of untapped potential for their brand. Uzu, likely the Lixil deck. This is another matchup that's like kind of tough for us. It's just more talk about their Magic Digital Next platform, basically. That's hand's decent. Fast Runeair is one of our best ways to steal games in this matchup. Go. Honestly, I might get really aggressive here and just like jam the turn 2 Runeair and sack the Brave on 2. Just like try and race. Sapphire, Altar of Nulzan. So not the CCS list. Okay, so I think I still want to get aggressive, but drawing this Crusader just means I should just jam the Crusader here. And this actually probably means that they're not on Lixil. They might just still be on Lixil with a bunch of socketed cards. I'm almost certain Digital Next is a codename Varanus. Like there probably is a name, but they just like aren't publishing it. Yeah, exactly. Wow, another one of those. Well, let's Cottontail Explorer. So these say whenever you play a socketed card, you get to draw a card if it's the first one you've played that turn. So they are going to draw a lot of cards here, so hopefully we can get aggressive and get under them, basically. Like, just, like, play this Runeair next turn and then, like, pressure with Paw and Herofall, basically. Indigo, Trickster, Speed, sure. And they drew 2 cards there. This is the first socketed card they've played this game. Happy to snap off a block here. I'm going to play this Runeair and sack this Cottontail. I'll activate my Champ Power after that, since we're putting a second 2-drop into my Crypt here. Would not mind playing out Subtle Trick or replaying the Cottontail. Carnasaur, yeah, that's fine to play out. It's going to make this larger. I can even fight this for 2 points of life. So that these don't actually kill each other, but Carnasaurus says whenever a troop you control fights something, you gain 2 life. So these two had a little tussle. They both survived, but I gained 2 life out of it. Kind of surprised to see speed and not on attack flight on this Indigo Trickster. So this card, whenever it deals damage to the opposing champion, it transforms a random non-resource card in their hand into another. Stone Age with the Prime subscription. Look at that. Look at that sub. Loco in Las Vegas. An entire year. Look at those sapphires just pound into that tip jar. I appreciate it. It is, in fact, the best way to support the channel. Loco, 4 months, and then 4 months for Stone Age, and then an entire year for Loco. Thank you and welcome back. I appreciate it, folks. Okay, they made a Ruby with their champion power. Mind Call, making cards in their hand cost less. Sure. Opponent's deck is neat. Our Gemborn Prowlers. Kai probably going to be good against the mono-socketed deck. Okay, that's a Dark Heart. Swift Strike, double damage. Certainly sacrificing this Carnosaur here. It's gone. I Herofall the crap out of that. Get out of here. All 4 Dark Hearts. I could have pawed that, right? Yeah, I could have pawed that, but I think I'd rather Herofall and just, like, get all the copies of his best card out of the deck. So Loco, I'm pretty sure I am not going to be going to Vegas. It's going to be so expensive of a trip. I just can't justify it for like where I'm at in terms of like Magic enjoyment. Like, and they just posted that like the Grand Prix themselves are like $100 to enter, and like so I have to spend like $800 to get there, and then pay $200 to play in these events. It's so insane. Yeah, Sirach, check out this article. Some of the complexity is just the fact that it's what you're not used to, but once you understand the basics, it's similar to Magic, and I enjoy it more in a lot of aspects, really. But I also like it because there's complexity in it. I wish I was kidding on the price. Go to gpvegas.com. They have the pre-registration up. The prize pool is the typical $50,000 Grand Prix prize pool that it always is. Entangling Web. Stun 2 target troops. Well, that's annoying, so these guys can't attack this turn. That was probably the random action this created. That's a tilt. Yeah, right? And these are stunned, so these aren't going to ready during our next turn, so we're not going to get to attack for 2 turns here. That's a little rough. Yeah. Well, you see, the thing is, the Grand Prix are just like their advertising budget, so like their advertising budget hasn't changed in 20 years. Wow, this thing's gonna get out of control, and we might actually get destroyed here. That fucking random just like destroyed us. It's really unfortunate. Otherwise, they would have died to our Rune or Hierophant here. Wanna be... If it doesn't have anything with flight, this Yazukan might be able to fly over and close here. Every time my opponent plays a socketed card, their socketed cards in all zones get +1/+1. So, like, if they just, like, vomit 3 socketed things out here, all these things are going to get, like, +3/+3. This is thankfully unblockable, so, like, maybe that's going to be our saving grace if they don't have an answer to it. That's good for us. They're creating that. No appeal, it has no appeal, it has no appeal, it has no appeal, it has no appeal. This makes their socketed cards cost one less, sure. Fulfilled prophecy. So they can like spam a bunch of socketed things into play here. Your artifacts have -1 cost. Weird. So this is odd sequencing. So if we would have played that first, this would have been free. And they only draw extra cards for the first one here. Yeah, and like the thing is, like, there's a casino boat. There's a casino boat that's 20 minutes. It's like 35 minutes from my front door. So like, if I want to gamble, like, I'll just like go to the casino boat that's 35 minutes from my house. I won't fly to Vegas to do it. What does this do? Give something minus power? Sure. So you're attacking me for 6. So I'll jump block with a Howling Brave, I guess. So this is lethal unless they have a transmog. This is attacking in the air. God bless it. Just all the fucking bricks. Alright, we've got a couple of good hits in the bin here. Get a shard. Ooh, Gemborn Prowler. Okay, so Gemborn Prowler will void this one, so his guys stop getting bigger at least. Play this for a chump blocker. Attack for 3 in the air. Yeah, I don't, like I said, there's a boat 40 minutes from my house, and I think I've been there twice in the 5 years I've lived here. Another altar. Yeah, I'm just going to draw a bunch of cards here. We could actually lose this. Three resource decks are not common. So my opponent's actually playing a champion that gives them a threshold of their choice. So it's like some fixing, basically. They're trading their champion power in for fixing. They have another one of this thing. Extinction's going to be real good in this matchup. That's for sure. This is going to be a cut the Carns and Howling Brave matchup and bring in the sweepers. The sweepers. He has to start Alpha Striking here soon, right? And I'm going to get to throw this Underworld Crusader. Nope. No Alpha Strike. Okay. I guess he only has these 4 things that can attack. Do you have another transmog for my Yazukan? They don't have a transmog for my Yazukan. We might be in okay shape here. I would like to fight something. Let's fight this one. Alright. Play our 9th shard out. Attack with Yazukan. Put them to 1, right? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers. I have 1, 2, 6 attackers. I'm gonna attack with this Paw of Yazukan because if they kill it, I can get this. I can get it back with this the Yazukan next turn, and then this will kill something when it comes back. So I think this is a good attack. I have another paw in here, so like both the paws will come back, and this one will deploy and kill something because it's scrounged. Did one of these make a random action? Nope, he's actually playing Arcane Zephyr in his main deck? Holy shit. Good lord. Fizzy Dragon! With the cheers. Alright, so the bigger mouth cup doesn't help the little cheers make it in, we've discovered. Valor. Oh, this has something, gives something minus power on attack. Without Extinction in our deck, we're probably just dead. Even if we had Extinction, like, the amount of cards they have, like, they had 3 Altar of Nulzan in their top 20 cards. They played 2 of them on turn 2 and 3, so, like, this randomly generated, no wait, was that randomly generated? Yeah, create a random action. So this randomly generated Entangling Webs won them this game. Really unfortunate. I'm going to block here, and then I'm going to chump here, take 11, 12, 13. Even like Vampire King's on and out at this point. I guess there's a world where this Rune or Hierophant gets large enough. Not really. Probably not. That world probably doesn't exist. Not when we keep drawing shards in the in-between too. Another thing to keep in mind here is that my opponents used 11 minutes this game, so like if we play 3 games and they keep their clock pacing the same as what they have right now, we're going to win on clock, so things to be conscious of. So might as well let them play out and see the rest of their weird cards. Hex has draft gauntlets and sealed. They don't. I don't know if they do. They just have actual releases. I don't really play sealed. I do a lot. I do a good amount of draft now. I really like drafting. I also am just going to again continue playing here because like they're making decisions like putting triggers on the chain and stuff like that. All right, so this can bounce. Oh, this can't block. That's unblockable. So this can bounce here. This can jump here. This can jump here. This can jump here. This can eat. this, take 5, 6, 7. I feel like I'm spending less time on my decisions than they are on theirs, but we'll see. Like, look, there's a Paw of Yazukan, so, like, if we hit a couple removal spells for these... Okay. Okay. This could be coming up Millhouse here. Like, actually might just not be out of this game. Scrounge this, this, and this. Much of them have counter magic in their deck. God bless. Alright. I mean, I almost never drafted before we had draft gauntlets, and now I draft a bunch because gauntlets are far better than traditional drafting. There's these pauses here, so like, do they have something to respond with or not? Okay, it's dead. This is bigger than this, and it's unblockable. Yeah, they're infinitely better for streaming. That's a 9/9 Mad Robomancer because of all of these triggers. That's unfortunate. Heaven knows she's been sneaking out the night she's dancing. Hopefully he attacks this turn. Ooh, those were free because of these. Am I dead now? I might be dead now. I said hopefully attacks, but now I might be dead. I want to chump with this Naive Lackey so I can draw an extra card to hopefully draw 2 troops to make this bigger than this. He's both unblockable. That's a tilt. Am I dead here? Probably. Nope, not dead. Not dead. These optimal blocks. Yeah, I think so. Nope, nope, these are not optimal because this can kill this, and I'm just chumping here because this wouldn't kill this 7/9. No, wait, am I taking hits from both of these? Yeah, I'm just dead, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait, this is only 11, right? This is only 11? Okay. Go to 1. Draw 2 troops. Make this big enough to get past this. Watch him hit me with burn and kill me. Alright, oh, there's 1 troop. They're now down to 15 minutes. I'm upset. God, has another transmog. Why wouldn't you... whatever. Okay, now we're officially dead. They can figure it out. I can click through a couple more activations here. Thanks, Denton. I appreciate that. I wish I had a better way to promote the Pokemon content. I tried to make a post on the Pokemon TCG subreddit today, and their moderators are giant Nazis, basically. And if you're not officially sponsored or hired or whatever by the Pokemon International Company, then they don't let you post your content on their channel. So again, these Carnasaurs are becoming extinctions here. Just gonna get like a bunch of strict upgrades here. I probably even want those, honestly. So all of these are coming out. All of these are coming out. I need to cut one. I think I'm leaving Skyguard Steadfast in here and Sack Unblockable in here. Yeah, I think that's just staying how it is. Maybe cut this Killblade. Yeah, I don't understand subreddits disallowing content either. Like, what's the point? Like, isn't it supposed to be there to like share content with people? Like, isn't that the goal? Like, and if the content's bad and not worth seeing, isn't that what upvotes and downvotes are supposed to solve? I don't know. I'm gonna rant if I talk about it too much. Just I don't get it. Like, what's the point? What are you expecting people to put on your things if not content? It's so fucking frustrating. Just like as someone who spends a lot of time making stuff. Different philosophies. But I mean, like, if you're not going to allow people to post content that's related to the topic of your Reddit, what do you want to display there? Like, why don't you just, like, why even have upvoting and downvoting at all? And just, like, have a website or a page where, like, the moderators post stuff that they think people want to see or should be allowed to see. Like, why have user submitted content at all if you're just going to, like, crush user submitted content that's related to your stuff? So unreal. Like, the Magic subreddits have stuff like that too occasionally, but it's nowhere near the level of like it's funny, I sent a message, I figured like maybe I just like set off some kind of auto moderator thing on their thing, and they're like, no, we removed your post, that's not allowed. And I was just like, oh, okay, I guess. And like as someone who was subscribed to that subreddit, like it kind of disappoints me too, because like I subscribed to that subreddit hoping to like see other people producing video content, and like they're like, well, video content's not allowed here, content creators aren't allowed to post stuff. I was like, well, how am I supposed to find stuff from content creators if they're not allowed to share? Like, is there a different website that like content creators post their stuff on where I can find it for this game if like I'm not allowed to find it there? Like, you've removed what I go to like find stuff there for. Like, if you're only posting the official stuff there, like, why would I come to subreddit and just, like, go to the Pokemon website? This is kind of an odd time. The kids are sleeping. I have weekends again. God bless it. Every time. But okay, so Ryvik, I understand that there's subreddits whose purpose isn't content sharing, but those subreddits also have a very clearly defined goal. Like, when you have a subreddit whose goal is just general TCG content, like, yeah, but like fragmenting a community makes the community worse. So like, what's the point? Again, like, what's the point? The draft gauntlets are great and are a huge net positive for Hex as a whole. I would expect them to be staying. I personally would be very disappointed if draft gauntlets stopped existing. Oh, I don't have a shin hair, do I? That's awkward. I am not going to play this Vampire King out here because we're almost certainly going to need to Extinction here soon. Yeah, like when people are like, well, we don't want people to self-promote themselves. It's like, well, why is there upvoting and downvoting in your community? Why? What's the point? What's the purpose of the voting system if like you're not going to allow it to filter your content for quality? Oh. Alright, I'm going to attack with everything here and then Extinction. Huh. I can technically rock cast that. Huh. That's probably cute. That's good though, huh? Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. Denton with the brand new Twitch subscription. Welcome. I do appreciate that increased level of support. And we know they play Arcane Zephyr, and I just got savaged by it. So Twitch subscriptions are the absolute best way you can support the content here on this channel, and I really do appreciate you stepping up. Alright, and Extinction's going to get some more value out of it here. So he made all of his guys slightly larger. Oh, this is going to get to hit me. I'm glad I have 2 Extinctions, because this is going to turn our random card. I guess I should have left this Exarch of the Egg back. I was just expecting to kill this, so... I lost an Extinction. Alright, sure. Alright, get to attack with this at least. So this card, every time it dies, it gets +1 power permanently, and then tunnels, so it just keeps getting larger. We did take a ton of damage. You're not wrong. If I would have thought about the possibility of Arcane Zephyr, I would have 100% have left the Exarch of the Egg back, because getting in that 1 point of damage was not worth taking the 10 we took on the crackback. And this is like his deck just not doing anything when he doesn't have double Altar of Nulzan. Even single Altar of Nulzan we probably would have more than buried last game. Yes, when the queues are slow, the current draft gauntlet seems less than ideal. What you have to remember though is that you often were waiting a half hour or more when you were playing a traditional draft. I've waited for a draft match up to a half hour before at particularly slow times. And like that's still less waiting on average than I did in entireties of old drafts. Like it's just a fact. Hopefully they're stupid and valor something here, because that creates a Robomancer that my Vampire King can possibly take away from them. That's true, JVL. That's very true. Oh, oops. Well, that's awkward. I don't know how this is gonna work now. I accidentally launched a second copy of Hex, which is awkward. I don't know if it's going to put this other one back up. I might have to relog. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to kill this and relog. Oh, crap. That's awkward. Never done that before. It's a good thing we're up like 7 minutes on clock. Draft gauntlets make the games closer to a mix of draft and sealed than just draft, but that's fine because it still improves the quality of life overall. And there's yeah, the way I have this set up on Linux, they're running in the same virtual wine desktop, but I'm not sure how to tab over back to the original one once I close the second one. So thankfully the reconnect works just fine here. Usually, knock on wood. Alright, so let's go ahead and Herofall this Robomancer. I'm going to attack him for 3 here, gain 3. I should have attacked with this. It was a pretty free attack. Show me the Valor. I'm going to play this and sack the minion of Yazukan here. Not activating my champion power because there's Adamantine War Priest and my thing I don't want to get back. Nihilist with the 11-month resub. Almost an entire year. Into the cup. The Sapphire Shard goes. Oh, it bounced the other one back up, but it stayed in there. Look at that. I appreciate the continued support. Herofall, a Pack Raptor. That's kind of funny. I don't think I'm changing anything. I think we're just hitting submit. So the goal is to dodge Altar of Nulzan. That's their card that can really bury us. I don't think they keep up with our card quality on average if they don't have multiple altars going. They'll probably want to prioritize saving paws for killing those. What are the... We're not gonna swear. We're just gonna take a deep breath and take a mulligan to an unplayable 6 here, I'm sure. His timer is 9 minutes. I'm at 17.5 minutes, and I had to disconnect and reconnect. Okay, opponent also mulligans. It sounds very reasonable, and it has a Paw of Yazukan in it, so sign me up. They have their Mind Call, sure. I really hope that this set releases before the end of February. I think it would be bad for Hex if it doesn't release before the end of February. Fizzy Dragon with the cheers. Thank you, friend. I appreciate it. Look at the blue and purple gems there together. I love that our sub icon looks like the cheering gems. That's pretty sweet. Multiple Cottontails are actually pretty good draws here because ideally they're going to draw us like 2 shards each. Like, yeah, see, sweet. So if we draw like 3 shards between these 2 Cottontails, it like unmulligans us a little bit here. We need to hit resources in our deck. There's an Indigo Trickster. Now I'm pretty happy. I almost attacked with this Naive Lackey for funsies, but, oh, he doesn't have blood for speed. Well, that's good for us. Play another one of these. Alright, sweet. And we got, like I said, we were looking to get 3 shards out of the 2 of them, and that's exactly what we got. Grab this here. We dumped 2 troops into the crypt there, so only 1 troop away from Paw of Yazukan doing something. Next turn, we will chump this Naive Lackey into this Indigo Trickster, which gives us a 3rd troop for Paw if we need it. Feldspar78 with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. The Twitch subscriptions are the absolute best way you can support the channel. They support myself financially as well as kick money towards the Twitch infrastructure that we all use and enjoy every day. So thank you a bunch for that. We are not playing an Unbound one in our 75. I want, my goal for the deck is to just play cards that are individually powerful, and Unbound one really doesn't fit that criteria. You know, it's possible I should leave one of these back just in case he transmogs this into a non-troop that can't block this. Well, I appreciate you putting it towards my channel this month. Sure, let's hit this. All the cards in our crypt are decent. Got a Rune Hierophant. I like that one. Play this out. Sack the Cottontail. Arms again. I need your love. I need your touch. Make it right. Come alive. Free with you tonight. Has the transmog, okay. When you draw a card, bury the top card of each opposing champion's deck, sure. Okay, second transmog could be bad for us. They get rid of this. Start pressuring a little bit. Well, there's another transmog. Okay, we got a 4/4 out of it at least. Again. So this is a 4/4 that gets -1/-1 every turn. We could sacrifice another troop to revert this. Get right. Okay, there's a socketed card that this Gemborn Prowler can destroy. I'm gonna do this now because they have these Arcane Zephyrs in their deck. That might have been loose actually because I don't... Huh, I can't actually play anything else out here. That's awkward. Yeah, I should have thought about how many resources I was going to have there, so probably should have played out the Vampire King. Almost certainly should have played out the Vampire King. Would have put more pressure on the table, would have pressured the troops that they likely have remaining in their hand. I'm going to block with this Sensei here and then sack it to this. Oh, or you just have nothing, sure. Deck with this. Yeah, I'm going to play VK out after this because, again, I want to pressure whatever troops are caught in their hand. I could play this Yazukan out, but I think I'd rather play the VK. Oh my god! I didn't even think about that. This reverts it. It was transmogged. It turns it back into the... Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. That didn't... I wasn't thinking about how that worked. So this reverts it when you sacrifice something, which turns it back into its base state, which in this case was a Rune Hierophant. Yeah, JVL said it. Props to JVL for saying it. Oh, look at this. This is funny. Steal intel, your Gemborn Prowler. Void these two idiots. Gemborn Prowler, your Animus. Get out of here. Deck you for 7. Hopefully take one of those precious gemmed troops out of your hand. I'll take a dark heart out of your hand, please. Make a vampire, make my Runeer bigger. Mad Robomancer will take. So when Vampire King hits a player, he reveals a random card from their hand. If he reveals a troop, he turns that troop into a 2/2 vampire with flight and life drain and puts it into play under our control. Unless they have a sweeper of some sort, this game should certainly be over. Like, even if they have a sweeper here, just like our leftovers are almost certainly going to be better than their leftovers. We're going to queue up one more match and then call it a night. I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your Wednesday or Thursday here with us. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a professional TCG player. Here on the channel, we stream all sorts of card games, Hex, Magic, Pokemon, Eternal Nova. Let's try a little bit of everything at least once that strikes my fancy. If you're enjoying the content and you haven't done so already, I would appreciate if you use that follow button there on the screen. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps support my content. If you're really enjoying the content and want to step up that support to the next level, you can subscribe like we had several new people do tonight and a bunch of my wonderful resubs. That costs $4.99 a month and helps support myself financially as well as the Twitch platform that we all use and enjoy every day. If you want to see more content from myself, my YouTube channel is linked in the channel description. I archive all of my stuff there. It's broken up by game, by match, by format, so you can watch just the content that you care about. Another way you can support the channel is if you're thinking about buying Hex singles. Hex Primal sponsors the stream, and if you use the code Jeff5 at checkout, not only do you save 5% on your singles from Hex Primal, but you also kick some money back my way because they help support the stream, so I appreciate that. Feldspar! With the 100-point cheer. Thank you for that. Another great way to support the stream. My limited metal is in the tip jar. Yep. I think I'm going to change it back to the big cup after the stream. I like the tall beer glass, I think. They've got like, how many different ones do I have here? There's like over a dozen different tip jars I have here. I think I like the tall beer glass. I'm going to try really hard to get Cosmic and Limited this season. I've never gotten past, I think Gold 5 is actually my highest. I'm in Gold 4 right now, which is the highest I've ever been in Limited, which is kind of sad. For all of my new Twitch subscribers, you get a few perks in addition to supporting the channel when you subscribe, and one of those perks is I maintain a private subs-only Discord chat server that if you link your discordapp.com account with your subscribed Twitch account, within an hour of your subscription, it syncs it up, and you'll see the Jeff Hoagland subs Discord server there. We talk about Hex and Magic. It basically allows my subscribers to get a chance to pick my brain when I'm not streaming. You also get early preview access there to the articles that I write for hexccg.com, as well as the other content sites that I provide content for. When I'm looking for feedback on small things, I often post it there rather than sending out emails on Twitch, because I know the people that are on the Discord are looking for more ready access to me. So I just really don't enjoy playing sealed, and I don't enjoy playing best of one. So like playing sealed and best of one together is just like not a good mix for me. So I enjoy drafting more, and I enjoy the best of three draft that draft provides, best of 3 games. So with Draft Gauntlets, this might be the first time I actually hit it. So our opponent's playing Renner, which for 5 charges draws a card off of our deck for them. Seems a little medium. We don't have any blood thresholds with this Cottontail Explorer, so hopefully going to punch the clock and go to work and find some. It's not about being easy or hard, it's just about the things that I find enjoyable. Like, I play games for 2 reasons: to be competitive and to enjoy myself. So if I'm, like, not having fun, it's just, like, not worthwhile regardless. So I'd much rather draft than any of the other limited formats. This is a matchup where the Rune Hierophant having the Sacrifice Gem, generally, I'm not 100% sure, obviously, which variation of Renner my opponent's playing, but usually Renner's more of a controlling deck, which, against removal dense decks, the Sacrifice Gem on Rune is worse, so post-board, we will likely change this to speed and either the Anthem Lethal or the one that, I'm blanking on the word, either Anthem Lethal or the one that makes a troop. Cottontail has betrayed us many a times. I just don't enjoy that it's such a high variance format. Best of 1 is high variance, and just building a deck from sealed and playing against other decks with the variance that comes from sealed, like draft decks are more consistent and lower variance on average than sealed decks are. Alright, well, we found a use for these Carnasaurs that otherwise weren't going to do anything. I mean, and that's one of the great things about, you know, games like Hex, you know, why TCGs are wonderful is that, you know, there are a lot of things to a lot of different people. So you don't have to like the things I like, and you don't have to play Hex in the same way I play Hex. That's not bad. Yeah, just going to go ahead and play both of these out. I'm not sure if I believe you that Evos are cheaper. I believe you that Evos are cheaper if you're not winning. I don't think Evos are cheaper if you're winning, let's say 55 to 60% of your matches or more. Your matches or more. Main deck striker, why? This card's great. It's an Underworld troop, so it feeds our what's it called? Just don't have removal for this. Rude. Rude. And that is why we waited to activate our champion power so we can have a chance to get this Rune Hierophant back. Second Exarch of the Egg is super annoying here. Not only because it puts more eggs in our deck, but also because, well, he attacked with that one, which means I can now paw this and crack him for 3, which is nice. I mean, if you're doing a bunch of winning, like, I, I, I don't, I think you're wrong that the EV is higher in Evo still if you're winning a bunch. I don't think that's true. Like you're getting 6 packs for going 3-0 at a draft. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's wrong. So I'm going to just pass the turn here. And the reason why I'm not activating my champion power quite yet is because I'm going to offer the trade of Paw of Yazukan for this Exarch of the Egg next turn. And I wouldn't mind getting this Paw of Yazukan back from my crypt with my champion power. No, I'm not blocking here. This might be an Extinction. Yeah, sure. Champ power, please draw an egg. Rats. Alright, well that was definitely what they drew off my deck, so thanks for drawing a shard for me. Next card's a spider egg. Good variance. Alright, I got Subtle Striker back, I guess. Yeah, we're talking about averages from every player where all your win rates are the same. Or your win rates are similar at each. On average, you don't open money. Yeah, I think that's exactly true. And like the way I look at it is with the Hex draft, I only need to make two. If I 2-1, I get 2 packs, which means I only need to open 160 platinum worth of cards I can sell in order to get my money back from that draft and like play another draft. So like I get 2 packs and then I need like 160 to 170 plat for another pack. Oh, I don't have 2 blood. I was like, why can't I play this VK? I don't have 2 blood. That's awkward. Can you draw some of the many spiders you put into my deck? There's my blood threshold. Awkward. Doesn't Evo cost you 2 packs? Yeah, Evo costs you 2 packs. And like commons and uncommons basically don't have value in Hex because like no one's buying your bulk. That's so unfortunate. He drew what a tilt. He drew two shards off of our deck and they were both blood shards, though we drew another wild shard. Awkward. I guess no, was that this game? Yeah, nope. I have not made a battle hopper this game, so I didn't deny myself a blood that I could have had. This is sitting here locking this down at least. Sure. You're saying net negative 1 pack, basically. Oh, that's nice. Eat the Spiderling. Gain some life. Eat the Spiderling, gain some life, see the world. Opponent's dead in 2 here, even if we can't play this Vampire King out. And again, at the end of the day, neither of them in terms of value are better than just like working. So like if you're not having fun playing what you're playing, you just shouldn't be doing it. So like if you're not having fun, like find something else to do with your time. So you should play whichever of the limited formats you're enjoying more. Um, this is actually kind of an interesting position. It's do I play around Extinction or do I play around spot removal? I'm gonna choose to play around a troop or a spot removal here. If they play Extinction, we're gonna be sad. But like if they play spot removal, they're not dead on board anymore. If they play a troop, they're not dead on board anymore. So I want to just like give my chance the highest probability to put them dead on board here. They've already played 1 Extinction out, and they're only 15 cards into their deck. So here's hoping they don't have a second. Oh geez, are we about to get Horrors of Ward? That we weren't playing around either way. Holy crap. God damn it. We actually just can't beat that, probably. Oh, that's one way to lose this game. Almost certainly putting Troop Creation, and he drew a fucking Underworld Crusader off my deck. Almost certainly should have activated this first. Can you hit one of the spite? Yeah! Nice deck building. The old put spiderlings into my deck, draw cards off of it. Come on. Come on. Don't have a Rockcast or anything. Check out these. Denton, if you have a magic background, both of these will be excellent for you. If he attacks with this, I'm snap blocking with the Exarch of the Egg because he loses 2 life and draws 2 cards when this dies. Yep, that's what I thought. So he can't Extinction anymore now unless he finds a way to gain life. Because if he Extinctions, he can't Horrors of War either. Okay, so this is going to kill my Spiderling, almost certainly. This was my Paw of Yazukan. So, good beats. Now, any removal spell wins the game because this will lose him 2 life. So, Paw of Yazukan or Hierophall just, like, win the game on the spot. And then he has to kill this before he can start attacking you with this again next turn. Alright, God bless. He loses 2 life when this dies. What on earth are we doing? Inquisition for sure. Steel Intel for sure. Rune or Hierophant are getting Cultivation. I think I'm leaving unblock. I'm gonna leave unblockable on these because he's got a bunch of Exarch of the eggs. I'm gonna leave the Naive Lackey in actually because I'm gonna cut the Killblade. I think I'm gonna leave the one Gemborn Prowler in just because it's a 3/3, and like, I guess I don't want him to draw the Gemborn Prowler actually. Yeah, that's probably true. Do I want a Cluckodon more than I want a Howling Brave? I don't think so. And like turn 2 Rune is good when it's got Cultivation and can't be blocked on it. Underworld Crusader. Do I want speed in these? Yeah, let's. I don't want him drawing these on defense either. Yeah, let's do speed in these. Just like bring the beat down. Let's give this a try. Money on the side. So surreal. Money on the side. Money on the side. Yeah, I think I'm more excited for Immortal coming with set 6 than I am for just like set 6 in general. Like even if I was just playing this current constructed format right now, but with like all 40 gems, I would be super pumped to be able to do that. I would really like to be able to play this current constructed format with all 40 gems in it. Like sign me up, Buttercup. That sounds super great in my opinion. I don't know that we can beat that card with all the removal that they have. I'm fairly certain that we can't, in fact. Having 2 Vampire Kings in our hand is just like extra miserable to top it off. Especially not on turn 3. This doesn't draw cards. It's going to get voided. Feels bad. I mean, I'm not going to concede, but like we are a strong favorite to lose this game when they play closed offense on 3, especially on the play. I guess I'm going to play this. I should have champ powered first here because I could hit a rabbit. Another steal until. Alright. Well. My deck's constructed in a way that my only way to remove this type of thing is Paw of Yazukan. So we have to just like, that's... So I gave him a Herofall to kill my guy with. Feels good. To have game 3 on the play at least. Hopefully they're not on the full 4 closed coffins. We get to dodge it on 3. We can put some amount of troops in our crypt before they get the coffins off. These steel intels might not even be worth playing, honestly. They don't really have anything worth stealing. They don't have threats that we can play. We have to like kill our threats that they take and then take them back. I guess that's a thing. I'm just gonna hope that he's on mono bricks, and I think we just like we play to the out of mono bricks. I'm just gonna like play this and put him on a 2-turn clock. Yep. There. Well, they do have some threats of their own. It's good to know. I only have 2 resources. Like, why can't I play this? Borrow this. And Drew's Fist, that's funny. Malice is fine. I've played Malice before. And like I said, like if I was worried and expecting a lot of copies of cards like this, I would 1 play a different deck, or 2 just like configure this deck differently. So they have Gemborn Prowlers, or they drew that off of our deck. Let's go ahead and hit them with this. Yeah, I guess I really don't care about that. Okay, well, now we're going to kill this and then steal and tell it. They have a bunch of those in their deck. Okay. I can't replay it if I steal and tell it this turn, so let's chant power, see what we get. You got a thing. Alright. I'm actually just going to pass the turn here. Nah, I'm going to spend the 2 resources now. I might as well. Start of your turn, you control the present chart, change 2 charges, sure. Okay, well, let's play these out. Hope he draws 4 shards in a row. 3 shards in a row. Put some spider eggs in his deck just now off the Exarch of the Egg. Hopefully he draws spider egg shard. Another closed coffins. That's actually okay. It gives him charges for this, but the second one just doesn't do anything. I'm going to play this out because we just want more pressure on the table. If he gets another extinction, he gets another extinction. Don't mind hitting more shards too. Yep. Alright, hopefully that's something real bad. Alright, we took out all his vampire princes. This puts him to 3. So yeah, I'm gonna play this out just because, again, Extinction's the card they need to beat us here. So I'm gonna choose to play around. I've already played 2 of those, so I'm not gonna play around a 3rd. Watch him just slaughter us with it and then draw a threat and kill us. It's 1. I needed 1 brick out of you. Just gonna deck us at this point. Alright, got a shard. God bless. Crusaders are gone. I don't even know what threats are left in our deck at this point. Like a Yazukan and an Uruunaz. Shard. It's probably just milling myself faster. Alright, none of those are threats, so your move, I guess. When they horrors avour you and you still have 8 resources left. I wonder if he hit a steal intel there. That feels like what that pause is. Honestly, I wonder if I'm supposed to board my Herofalls out looking at the cards my opponents played this match. I feel like they used my Herofall to kill my Crusader this game, and if I would have gotten 1 more hit in with that Crusader, we'd have easily won this game. So, like, this has to be a steal intel, right? That's what that pause was. We're going to steal intel my Herofall and kill this. Yeah, there's spiders in his deck too, I'm aware. I'm going to stop playing shards because I'm not activating my champ power, getting only 9 cards left in my deck. Draw a spider and then another blank. Rats. Alright, this is a card you can play. You play it, right? Yeah, sure. Oh, I guess Horrors of War is a reason to play a shard out. Oh, don't draw my Yazukan. Don't draw my Yazukan. Draw a brick. Draw a brick. Draw a brick. Alright. Alright. I have an Uruunaz and a Yazukan in this many cards. Sure. Every blood spell draws gives him infinite charges now at this point. So we need to draw Yazukan or Uruunaz, and then we need 1 brick out of him. Right, there's an Uruunaz and a Yazukan in here. At least he's bricking too. Oh, I will not become frustrated. I will not become frustrated. It's fine. We get a game 3, right? I can reboard. If I wouldn't have champ powered on 4, we'd have won this game too. So, like, you want to focus on the mistakes that you made in a game like this. So, we're cutting this card. And we're going to bring in Gemborn Prowlers just because they have a power and toughness box. Why should I cut the steel intels? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna put in the maximum amount of idiots. That seems fine. I like the gems on these, I like the gem on that, so save. So, really small mistake. Allowing him to, 1, leaving the Hierofalls in when I probably shouldn't have, but I didn't know enough about his deck to know that cutting them was a good idea. And then 2, I activated my champ power, giving him the out to hit my Hierofall on his thing. And we almost beat the turn 3 coffins that game, so maybe there's a chance. We have turn 2 rabbit. That's pretty good. He doesn't really have troops. He's got vampire princes, and that's it. Alright, well, we've got a nice aggressive curve here. Hopefully we hit a blood threshold in our next 2 draws so we can Inquisition before he has a chance to Extinction us. Two draws to hit that. Don't Gemborn Prowler me, please. Please. I know you have 3 of them, but just don't. Have a heart. Playing the Succulent Cluckodon out? Yeah, almost certainly, because we're probably getting Gemborn Prowler this turn anyways, so it doesn't really matter if we can make this 2/2 bigger or not. Sure, yeah. Yeah, of course. I'm sure we're going to get savagely unlucky this game, because every time I lose a game to a small mistake, we always get punted out of the... I always get just rolled out of the next one on variance. This activates to put an egg in my opponent's deck. Kill my guys. Okay. Oh, I could scream. I won't because my children are sleeping, but that's so unbelievably frustrating. He put 2 spider eggs in our deck, and they were both of the bottom 3 cards that we just flipped over with our Kagulichu power. I get that I made the wrong, tiniest, smallest percentage play in the second game. Come on, cut me some slack, please. Don't Herofall my Paw of Yazukan here. Alright, he drew a shard, but again, like, he drew our blood threshold that I kinda wanted, so I could, like, play my fucking cards. It entered my crypt and my hand. Oh, right, that's how that works. It's really dumb. Playing this out because I'm literally playing this card because it's a 3/3. It's a really unintuitive interaction. It's like when you draw discard and you discard the egg, they get, Sure. Sure, you got me. We have nothing left, I get it. You have 3 things left and only 3 resources as well. Why even make me... One of the things that I like about the Pokemon TCGO client a lot that the Hex people could stand to learn is that, like, when you have choices like a card like that that are just, like, all default choices, like, I shouldn't have to click on everything in a completely positive user interface experience. Like, when this Horror's Ward, they give me discard all of my cards and sacrifice all of my troops, I shouldn't have to click on every one of my cards and every one of my troops individually. It should just automatically select them. Well, that was easily the best draw on the deck. Maybe we can win after tilting off like a crybaby. This is going to be the last game of the night, regardless of how it goes. It's 12:15 here. Hey, look at that. We hit one of our spiders. That's nice. And they drew my Killblade. Okay. Well, we're running this Underworld Crusader headlong into these idiots because we just want to draw some cards here. No mistake was my champ power. I activated my champ power when there was nothing I could get that would be relevant, and we ended up flipping over a Herofall into my crypt, and my opponent had to steal intel for that Herofall and used the Herofall to kill my Crusader when they had no other removal spell. And if my Crusader had gotten in exactly 1 more hit, they stabilized and won that game at 2 life. So if my Crusader got in 1 more hit, they would have lost that game. Like, super, super tiny, got punished for it. Getting extinctioned here for sure. Just going to take the 1 damage, just like on the off chance it's not the second extinction. Crusader. Alright. Has power and toughness at least, and it's castable. At least he's got a lot of really bad draws in his deck like now, like Fallen Singularities and crap like that. Watch this card crush me now that I said it was a bad draw right now. That's just how the night's been going. This should be an action. Oh, you know what? I should hit him with the Vampire King first, because this is Vex Engine. Alright, I should say, we should have... The optimal play there is to hit them with this first, because that could have been a troop. I still don't think we're a favorite to win this game, but it's definitely not unwinnable. Please draw a 4-cost troop you can't play, or a 5 or 6-cost troop. The nice thing here is we took the Hero Falls out of our deck, so I know this isn't a removal spell that kills Vampire King, because there aren't removal spells that kill Vampire King in my deck right now. Please be a troop. Please be a troop. Oh, God bless. God bless. Good on you. That's some good variance on our part. Well, at least you don't get a dragon. Yep, we'll happily take this flying guy though. Alright, another Horrors of War would be awkward for us, but it would still be bad for them because like it's putting them down to 3 resources and us down to 5. Just don't draw another Extinction. Sure. Good beats, good top decks. One good top deck deserves another, right? Getting the Hex Engine out of them was really good. Always play our resources out against the Horrors of War. I mean, he hasn't actually voided all of our... Yeah, we've got 3 Underworld Crusaders in our deck still. 2. There's 2 in the Crypt. It's definitely our better draw right now. At least it wasn't an Extinction. Correct. Okay, so he gets the champ power here. But again, there are no removal spells in my deck to kill this Vampire King. Hopefully that's a Yazukan. Or a Shard. One of the two. Hit with this first. We'll play the Karn post-combat, probably. Blood Shard, deal. And that puts lethal on board. Alright, Daddy needs a brick. A great big brick to throw through the window. Horrors of War is really bad here. Extinction gets us. That's the one we're trying to dodge here. GG's opponent. Sorry, if you go back and watch this video, apologies. I was a bit of a tilt monkey there in the middle. It's a little bit past my bedtime. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, folks. I would just like to say thank you once again to all of the brand new subscribers as well as our returning subscribers. We had an 11-month and a 12-month tonight, and that's a really long time. That buys, an entire case of diapers for me, so I appreciate that, and my wife appreciates that. So I'm still going to be back on tomorrow afternoon for my normal afternoon Thursday Hex slot, so I'll be back on probably actually about 12 hours from now. So I'm going to go grab a snack and then head to bed. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I will catch y'all later. Have a good night. Or a good morning, depending on where you're at in the world.